You ever stop and think about sharing? I mean, we all know it's a good thing to do. It's supposed to be noble, right? But actually feeling that urge to give something away, man, that can be tough sometimes. So let's get into it. Let's figure out why that is.
It seems like such a simple question, doesn't it? But the answer, well, it gets right to the heart of what it means to be human. Why does something that creates so much peace and connection feel like it's fighting against our own instincts? We're going to break it all down with some really interesting ideas.
Okay, so first things first, we have to realize this isn't just some small thing we have to get over. That feeling, that real desire to share, it's genuinely tough to just create out of nowhere. And what's so wild is that this isn't just about big stuff, like money or things. Think about it. We're talking about the simplest acts of kindness, a smile, a nice word. These things cost us literally nothing. And yet some days, even that feels like a huge effort, right? That's a huge clue. It tells us the problem isn't what we have, it's what's going on inside us.
So, what is going on in there? Well, it turns out there's this really basic primal instinct we all have. And that's where the real internal tug-of-war begins.
And here it is, laid out plain and simple. Giving, that creates peace. But taking, well, that's where conflict starts. It's such a basic idea, but it's also incredibly deep. And this is the setup, really, for that battle we all feel inside.
This just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's like our default setting is just to take, to get stuff for ourselves. But here's the kicker. That's everyone's default setting. So when we all want the same thing, that job, that parking spot, the last slice of pizza, what happens? We fight. Conflict is pretty much guaranteed.
And if you want to see this instinct in action, in its rawest form, you don't even have to look at people. Nature gives us this perfect and kind of funny example of what happens when this instinct just runs wild.
So picture this. Someone puts out a bunch of food for the animals. You've got birds, squirrels, chickens, the whole crew. It's a feast, right? So what's the very first thing that happens? Do they all line up nicely and share? No way! They fight! They start squabbling and chasing each other all over the place, every single one of them trying to hoard it all.
So what's the result of all that chaos? In that crazy frenzy of fighting and grabbing, the food gets spilled everywhere. It's knocked over, scattered. The very thing they were all fighting for is completely lost, all because they just couldn't work together.
And this is the punchline, the real ironic twist. In the end, nobody gets anything. Their own selfish instinct to take it all for themselves means that everyone loses. The drive to win leaves them all with nothing.
It's such a simple but powerful lesson, right? This is exactly what happens when that take instinct is left completely on its own, with no higher thought to guide it. It just defeats itself.
Okay, so if that's our base programming, that animal instinct, what makes us different? How do we break out of that cycle and become givers instead of just takers?
So what is it? What's the thing that separates us from those squirrels fighting over a nut? Well, it all boils down to two key inner qualities, things that we as humans have this amazing ability to actually build and grow inside ourselves.
The first one is virtue. And we're not just talking about being a good person in a simple sense. It's deeper than that. It's about developing a high-quality mind, a mind that's noble, that's elevated, one that runs on inner strength instead of just those raw, basic instincts.
And the second quality is wisdom. This is like the big aha moment, both intellectually and spiritually. It's when you truly get that sharing isn't a loss. It's actually a great, powerful act. It's having the vision to see past that immediate, grabby impulse and understand the incredible value and peace that sharing brings.
So when you put those two together, that high-quality, virtuous mind and the wisdom to see the real power of giving, you're not just doing a nice deed. You're actually on the path to becoming a more complete human being.
And this, right here, is the biggest takeaway of all. The ability to truly, genuinely share, that's what lifts us up. It's the sign that we've moved past our basic animal instincts and we're operating from a better, more whole version of ourselves. It's basically the stamp of a complete human. So the big question is, how do we actually get there? Well, there's a pretty clear roadmap. First, hang out with wise people. People who already have these qualities. Second, you have to practice, all the time. Train yourself to give, starting with small things. And third, meditation can be a powerful tool to help build that high-quality, virtuous mind. And here's the really beautiful part.
If you do these things, you won't have to force it anymore. That feeling, that genuine, happy desire to share good things with others, it'll just start to happen naturally. It becomes who you are, your new default setting. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Knowing that giving isn't just something you do, but that it's a reflection of your best self, your highest potential, what are you ready to share?